All right, man. Could we go, man? We gonna do this, man. What is this? We try each other's budget meals. Try each other's budget meals. I assume it's gonna be a lot of like mayonnaise sandwiches with salt, pepper, ketchup on it. I'm assuming it might be some bologna joints in here. What else is some struggle meals from back in the day, y'all? Shit. When I was growing up, um, jelly sandwiches, cereal with water. Gotta be like Rice Krispies or regular frosted, not frosted flakes, but corn flakes. Corn flakes and some other Rice Krispies. Man, you put some sugar in that and you put the water in there, and you know what you do while you eating them Rice Krispies with sugar and water? You squint your motherfucking eyes tight and imagine that it's milk, and that should really start tasting like milk, man. You know when that was some shit, that was some struggle shit like when I was a kid, man. Man, I was a kid. I had a real good imagination too. I had a good imagination. You know what I mean? So I made them struggle. I made that Rice Krispies and sugar and water. That shit definitely. I squinted my eyes and shit, man. You know that shit was tasting just like regular milk, man. But yeah, that's probably the biggest struggle meal that stick out in my head. I can't think of nothing else, man. I remember, you know, like just like you know, bologna sandwiches, the typical shit, oodles and noodles, all that kind of shit like that. Like I am curious to see what, you know, what these budget meals are, especially in today's age. You know what I mean? Fortunately, by the grace of God, in the modern era, I haven't been eating struggle meals in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like all my struggle meals date back to like in the 90s and shit like that. Like Rice Krispies and water and cereal. Like that's a 90s joint. That's a throwback joint right there. Like, you know what I mean? Grilled cheese sandwiches, shit like that. Like, you feel me? Like on the skillets and all that. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what the struggle mills are looking like in today's age. You know, everything else is evolving. You know what I mean? Technology, cell phones. So I'm quite sure struggle mills have evolved since back in the day as well. So let's check it out, man. Let's see what they got, man.
No, ma'am. A smidge dry.
I know we said budget, but like.
Let's go.
Hey y'all, it's Marquavia Queen Smith.
Hi, my name is Makiba.
Hi, my name is Kayleen, and today we are trying each other's meals,
But on a budget. I don't play about my money, and I don't play about my time.
On a good week, like the money's right, invoices are not late, my food budget for the week is about...
Her hair is like very, I'll just say creative.
$100.
My budget on a good week is $350. I know it sounds crazy. I'm one person. I know.
A budget? What's that?
Yeah, like $350 a week. That's not even a budget. Like you lit. You butt all by yourself. You ain't got no kids, no nothing. You spending $350 a week on anything for real, for real. Like the topic is budgeting. Like you're a regular person, like or just like living upper middle class or some shit. Why is she on here talking about she's budgeting and she's spending $350 a week?
Budget, but I spend responsibly.
Oh man, like,
About
what is she talking about?
$100.
My budget on a good week is $350. I know it sounds crazy.
Yeah, shorty,
I'm one person.
shorty,
I know.
you're not budgeting anything.
A budget? What's that? I don't have a budget, but I spend responsibly.
You usually got a budget when rent is due or you got bills to pay. If you have children, yeah, that budget's gone.
I definitely owe my frugality to my parents.
The person that taught me how to save was my mom, cause she a penny pitcher.
You know, my mom, she did say, do you got McDonald's money? She was very big on that.
When it's not a good week, my grocery budget for the week is $30.
If I'm doing
Damn. Now that's a budget, $30 on groceries. Shit, man. I don't know, man. It's all relative, man. This shit don't, you know what I mean? Like what don't seem like a lot of money to me, maybe a lot of money to somebody else, and what's a lot of money to somebody else it's all about everybody's living conditions. All of this shit is relative, for real, relative rather.
a low budget, right? It's like, damn, I'm down and out. My budget is about $80, but today is $15.
All right, let's see what you got.
I made this budget dish. It
Looked like I see pork and beans.
is pinto beans over basmati rice with fried plantains. The plantain is 50 cents. The
Okay.
can of pinto beans is $1.25.
All right.
And the basmati rice, it was a 2-pound bag for $5.25.
she
This is
killing it.
genuinely the meal that I make when I am on a budget. I don't
Oh, she killing them.
expect this to score very high, but you said bring your budget
Shit,
meal.
man. Look, when I used to be on a budget, like when I used to work at my job, we had like this nice little struggle meal and shit. So we had like a Wendy's at our job, and we had like a in a food court. Cause I used to work at the airport. Boom. So you go to the food court. It was a Wendy's there, and it was a Chinese restaurant there. So what you used to do is you go to the Chinese spot. You get the 99-cent butt naked white rice all by itself. That's 99-cent. Boom. Then we would go to Wendy's, and we'd get the $4.99 chili. Boom, $6, man. You put the white rice, you put the chili. Oh no, and when you go to the Chinese spot, you ask them for a white platter. Get you a, like an empty white platter. Boom. Go to the Wendy's, $4.99 chili. Shit, cuz what's that? Like, you feel me? You in there, $6, and this, it was the chili. The Wendy's chili. That should stick to you a little bit. You mix that shit in with the white rice. That was the work, John. Like, like on a pay week, I get paid this Friday and this month. You know what I'm saying? This Wednesday. I'm down to my last. I'm trying to get to this Friday, but I work at the airport and I spend $30 on a regular for lunch. Like, like working at the airport, lunch used to be expensive because you in a fucking airport. You know what I'm saying? Like, just anything, just they jack the prices up and shit. But shit, man, you be staring at that Friday. It might be a hot ass Wednesday. You trying to get to that Friday shit. You go to the Chinese spot, get you the little 99-cent rice. They used to sell a white rice all by itself, an empty platter. Then go right next door to the Chili's, get you a $4.99 small chili with the cheese and all that shit in there. Mix that shit together in the Chinese platter, man. We used to be in there. Real rat.
And like, this is my budget meal.
It's very bland.
It looks a little dry. The beans look dry.
I like sauce. There's no sauce. There's no nothing.
Yeah,
It needs something on it. Like, it needs some type of sauce, some type of liquid.
There's no meat.
Where's the meat?
I really don't want to try this because I need meat.
That shit dry, bro.
So we got some beans.
Who wants to eat dry beans and dry rice?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm
me
allergic
neither.
to beans, so I probably won't eat this.
The plantains look like typical plantains.
I think the best thing on this plate is probably gonna be the plantain. This tastes like they just boiled rice and water. Literally the main ingredient in this
She
whole meal
bougie. I
is-
could tell she gonna be complaining the whole show and shit. Like, she already told us what her weekly budget is. She's spending $350 on a regular, like, in a week. Within the context of budgeting. On an odd week, a chill week, I ain't just $350 a week, I know she gonna be complaining the whole damn time.
salt.
The rice, it's not seasoned to my liking. The plantain's not bad.
I think the best sweet plantain is the one that's not too hard, it's not too mushy. So I'll say the consistency of it is good in that sense.
I don't like the beans by itself. And the beans is trying its hardest to provide flavor to this. The meal as a whole isn't like meshing well.
If this wasn't cocoa butter, I would say that a white person made this. No ingredient stands out
man.
because there are no ingredients.
You know that smell that like when you go, it's like some people have a smell in their house.
That's the worst kind of food, bro. Like the food that come with the house odor on it. Nah, cause I'm gonna keep it real. I wouldn't even try this shit. Once I smelt the aroma of the house on there, this shit. Hold up. Oh, this smell like they crib, cuz. Nah, I'm cool.
$3, $2.
Plantains are like, it's like a 2 for $4. So the rice be about $2, $3, and beans be about $1 to $1.35.
She look like she got all that shit from Save a Lot too.
$15 and you only spent $6.30.
If I were to eat this as a budget meal, I would have some type of meat.
Like, where's the meat?
Where's the meat? Where's the meat? Where's the meat? Hey, where's the meat?
We needs to be fed correctly.
Anything to add to this would make it a full
I know the big John. She where the meat at? You know what I'm saying? She going brazy.
meal.
If she made a mofongo, I would have been like, oh, okay, like, cause there ain't nothing but plantains all
Big
mushed
John,
up.
like, man, add some shrimp or something.
Like, it's making me mad.
You didn't want to feed us for real. And I came here starving.
You don't want me to
Come
eat
on,
this meal.
cuz. You couldn't have been starving. You can't be starving, Big John. But the episode, read the title. It says, we trying the budget meals. You know what I'm saying? You all husky and hungry. You drawing right now.
I'd give it a 3, and that's only because of the sweet plantain.
I'm gonna give her a 3.5 for the plantains. And the whole 3.5 goes to the plantains. The rice and the beans is literally a 0.
She gonna lose, man. The food smell like
I
her
decided
house.
to make this luxury budgeted meal
Okay.
of yellow rice and chicken with onions and bell pepper.
She's gonna win. You know what I mean? Cause she got a little big bonedness to her. You feel me? So her shit, you know, she whipping it up and her eyes closed, like with nothing, with ease, with nothing. The budget meal, it's nothing to her. Like she's gonna smoke it.
And I made gravy. I
She's
made
gonna
my
smoke
gravy
them.
from scratch. So I got the chicken broth. It was $149. I got 2 chicken slice cutlets. I got the peppers that was cut up already for $2.45. The yellow rice was 16 ounce. I got it for $2.99. And then I got an onion for 93 cents. And everything came up to $14.54. What makes my budget meal the best is, one, it's gonna be fulfilling. It's gonna taste really good because I love to season stuff. You're gonna be full,
know.
you're gonna be fulfilled, and you're gonna have a flavorful meal.
We know
on
that's
a
right.
budget. Amen.
Man, everything, I'm gonna keep it real. Everything is really in the flavor though, cuz you can make, if you put the right seasoning on anything, cuz you can season a brick the right way and that shit be like, man, this brick hard as shit, pause, but you know what I'm saying? I'm getting through it. People don't understand. Everything is in the seasoning. Everything.
Well, the plating sucks, so it's gonna taste great.
I don't think that she did the budget because I think all of us, we always go back to rice and chicken.
I smell the chicken broth.
It smells good. I can smell the chicken broth.
I see some shredded chicken, red bell peppers, rice,
Looking at this rice alone, it looks like Ben's.
with lots of cracked pepper.
This one had sauce, but somehow the sauce dried up. Okay, it's cold. First of all,
Cold.
The rice is good. It's nice and chewy.
the rice tastes like it has gravy in it. It's a little undercooked. There are pieces in there that are like,
Oh, I knew she was gonna complain. No matter what it is, I knew she was gonna be complaining, bro. It's a little lukewarm. It's not room temperature. You know, I spent $350 in a week while I'm budgeting.
It's not too salty.
this has way more flavor than the last meal.
The chicken is also very well seasoned.
There's this weird lingering taste when you eat the chicken.
The sauce on the chicken is the best part.
Uh-oh.
Tastes like cough medicine a little.
Oh, what? Cough
Why does it
medicine.
taste like that?
Definitely the most flavorful thing on the plate.
I'm trying to figure out what this flavor is. I need to know what she put in this chicken, bruh.
I definitely will finish this if y'all let me.
This one looks
Look,
like
she
it cost
eating
me
it.
like a solid $10, and I'll say that because of the
Yo,
This meal maybe
shorty with the braids trying to take seconds. She trying to take something to the crib with her.
cost like $10. If they got this chicken from like some fancy spot, it's probably like the full $15.
If I had to leave something out, it would be whatever she marinated it in. It definitely soaked up the flavors, but it soaked up the wrong flavors.
You got $2 more in the budget. I need some greens. Just looking at it, I would say asparagus. You can get a head of asparagus for like $1 to $2.
With the chicken, I would have made maybe barbecue sauce chicken. Because barbecue sauce is what, like $1.29? And that probably would have saved this dish for me.
If I was doing
Hold
my
up, do they have a certain price point that they can't go over? Cause the meal was $15 anyway. You try to add another dollar, and like you almost damn near $20. Like y'all supposed to be getting a little struggle budget joint off. Like at least her with the braids, like y'all, they can, you know, say her stuff was nasty or whatever. Like she stayed under $10. You know what I mean? Through inflation, like she trucking through it. Like inflation right now, you know what I mean? Like I'm not sure when they take the show, but I'm quite sure, you know, if you can make a meal under $10, like she stayed within the price range, you could respect the budget. Y'all spending 20 something, 30, you know what I mean? Like y'all spending close to $20. Like, is there a price point, or are they just grading this off of taste? Because if they're only grading it off taste, probably the person who spends the most on their budget meal is gonna win anyway. Like, you know what I mean?
version, I would swap the chicken for like garbanzo beans.
I would have given this an 8 if that aftertaste of that chicken wasn't crazy.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 7.5. The 0.5 is coming from the seasoning of the chicken. That sauce is really good.
I would give this meal a 6 point.
A 6?
2 for a sprinkle sprinkle.
All right, you better be cooking something crazy and with a crazy budget.
I decided to make shepherd's pie. I know what y'all are gonna say. I already know it's a white people meal, but here's the thing. Sometimes you have to adopt the way that Christopher Columbus stole all of our stuff. Sometimes you have to take and make it better. I am Caribbean, so I did put Scotch bonnet in here. I definitely
I'm not saying nothing because I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what this is. I've never seen this before.
put Goya in here. And then
This shit look like a cross between, I don't know. What does it look like? Macaroni and cheese? Like slash,
another
like, cheese pie? Like a certain type of pie or some shit like that. I don't know what this is.
very special ingredient, almond milk. Actually have the receipt right here. For
much
the
was it?
ground turkey, it costs $4.19.
Okay.
The pasta sauce, that was $1.39. The mixed vegetables, yes, they're frozen. Mind your business. 87 cents. I
right.
used shredded cheese, so that was
Okay.
$2.89. The yellow potatoes were $4.29. In total, it is $13.89. What's a black version of shepherd's pie?
I ain't gonna lie, man. You know what I mean? She stayed kind of like, see, the other girl, what the other girl spent? The other girl was like, the big girl was what? If I'm not mistaken, she spent a little more, but I don't know. What is it? 13 and some change, almost $14. She not bad, man. I don't know what this is, so I don't know how it's gonna taste, but she not bad with the budgeting. Everything was like not a lot. It's like 80 something cents, $1 something. The potatoes is what killed it. The potatoes alone was like $5. That's what like jacked the prices up, but I respect it.
Shepherd's pie. There's layers to me and there's layers to my meal. Listen, y'all better eat this and enjoy it.
I don't know what it is. Never heard of that or seen that before.
Thank God we have meat. People, we get it somewhere. Moussaka.
I think you're right.
So at first I was confused because I thought it was pizza. I'm assuming it's what is called shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie is definitely
Oh, so it is a
a
type
white
of pie.
dish.
This is a white meal.
However, the
Am
people
I the only black person who never heard of it? They just hitting it right on the spot. It's a white meal. It's shepherd pie. I've never heard or seen this shit before.
inside say black to me though. I don't know what it is. Like,
I mean,
I
you
never
gonna throw your
personally
twist
had
on it.
shepherd's pie, so this is gonna be my first time having it.
I don't know what sauce this
Shepherd's
is. It looks like
pie.
some sort of cheese sauce. I'm gonna tear that up too.
I'm avoiding the cheese as much as possible. Like I don't want my booty to squeeze.
What?
It's pretty good. It tastes like a struggle meal only in the sense that like there's not a lot of flavor profiles there.
Taste wise, I don't know. It's a little confusing because it's like when I eat the meat and the vegetables and stuff, it's sweet. But then she decided like, dang, that's too sweet. Let me add some seasoning to like balance it out.
The veggies taste frozen, and I say that as like a little veggie snob.
Well,
but
she got it right.
Still
They are
seasoned well,
frozen.
and seasoning can save anything.
First of all, is these real potatoes? Because that matters. Like it tastes like instead of milk, she used water.
The potato texture is really, really lovely.
As y'all can see, like the mashed potatoes is a little still. But we
Oh,
ain't gonna
man.
into that.
It's good. Like the meat is cooked very, very well. It's well seasoned.
Like the meat here, but what is the meat? It's more mashed potatoes than it is meat. I knew she was being cheap because she barely put meat.
Meat and cheese is expensive. This meal
What?
definitely cost the full $15.
Trying to budget.
Overall, it's not bad. It's missing that little to it.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
She hating because the big John hating because she knows she lost because she really lost.
give this a 7.7.
Seven,
Lack
okay,
of flavor
7.7.
profiles knocks it down a little bit.
I give her a good 6.5. Why everybody scared to put meat on their
6.5.
plate? I don't get it.
Well, she made a fool out of me. She made a fool out of me. I thought she was gonna lose to the bigger John.
Y'all, sorry, you can make me blush that.
Well, I definitely don't disagree.
I think we need a rerun. I think we need a recount because me losing, unacceptable.
I want to thank
I
my
know. I
mom
had you winning.
because she's the one who introduced me to shepherd's pie. Do y'all want to play? Do you guys want to try it?
You need something to drink after this because it is a lunch run.
What do you have to say? Do you
Uh-oh.
She said keep it real.